The reason why your social services are diminishing and so on is this process of austerity for the many and large socialism, in inverted commas, for the very few. They printed 6 trillion euros to give to the bankers. The bankers gave it to the big business. The big business did not invest it. Why did they not invest it? Because they looked at all of us around Europe and they said, these people don't have money. So as if we are going to invest in products that these people can't afford. So what did they do with these 6 trillion euros? They went to the stock exchange and bought their own shares. Their shares went up, they didn't invest anything. And you know what? Guess what? Europe, for 15 years, has not invested in anything. Zero net investment in Europe. This has never happened in the history of the universe, not the world. To have such a rich continent with all these savings and money, and profits, and real estate, not investing. But the Chinese and the Americans invested in greener technologies, in what I call cloud capital, algorithms, AI, and all that. And you know what? We've become the stupid continent. We missed out on one whole technological revolution. After all these 15 years, a steady process of secular stagnation. This is not a crisis that will go down and then will go up. For the next 50 years, we're condemned to stagnate as a continent. When a continent like Europe, which is so powerful and so rich, stagnates, what happens is the politics starts fragmenting. So the reason why we are so complacent, the reason why the far right is rising everywhere, universally, the left, the center left, was purging itself, trying to adapt to the center, which was shifting increasingly to the right, being pushed by those who genuinely looked at people in the eye and said, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. You've never had it so bad. Your children are going to have a far worse life than you did. I feel your pain. Give me the power and I'll make you great again. And those were the fascists back then, and they're the fascists today. In this context, a Europe that is politically fragmented, it is becoming a vassal of the powers that be, in this case, Washington, D.C., cannot do anything to oppose the never-ending war in Ukraine, cannot do anything to oppose its own secular stagnation, and when Netanyahu, along with Genocide Joe Biden, place a whole people, the people of Gaza, on death row, the Europeans, they look like a dog that doesn't understand what it is that you're saying to it. You have, Ursula von der Leyen. She projects the flag of Israel on the buildings, and at the same, in the context of explaining why Europe is utterly committed to international law, she has to explain why she's not going to abide by the International Criminal Court's decision to indict Netanyahu.